Hi guys, Chef J-Fed here. Today we're going to be making a very exciting dish, one of my favorites. Do you love bacon? Well, today we're going to be making bacon explosion. To make a bacon explosion, we start with 3 simple ingredients. The first one, delicious smoked bacon. We have some mild Italian sausage, and actually today we are using elk sausage. It's going to be delicious. And my very own barbecue rub. So this is a very fun and creative dish, and we get to do a little weaving today. So let me show you how that works. Take your first piece of bacon, lay it down, and then you take as many pieces of bacon as you need to go across. And we're going to go over and under. So we just continue this process with the rest of the bacon. See how fast and easy that was? My daughter's friend who's watching actually said this was very satisfying, so we might have to make this into a satisfying video. Okay, so now here's the next step in making the bacon explosion. I take my barbecue rub, and I'm just going to sprinkle a nice layer across the entire bacon weave. Once I get some on, you can rub it in. Make sure it's nice and even. Want to get that yummy barbecue rub flavor in there. Okay, now we take our sausage, delicious Italian elk sausage, and we're just going to create a nice thin layer, I'd say about this thick, maybe a 1/4 inch thick, across the entire barbecue bacon weave. So we just spread on here nice. Lots of fun. It's almost like playing with Play-Doh, except this is Play-Doh that you can actually eat. Alright. A little more. We want to make it nice and even because we're going to actually roll this up once we're done, and so it's much easier to roll it up when you have the same thickness all the way across the entire bacon weave. Once we've got all the sausage spread evenly, next, yes, we are going to put another coating of rub on top of the sausage, because you just can't have enough barbecue goodness in a bacon explosion. Nice and even, so simple. There. Now the next part of making the bacon explosion, we're going to make this awesome bacon onion barbecue sauce deliciousness that we're going to put on top of the sausage. So we take all the leftover bacon that we didn't make the weave out of, and we're going to chop it up. Probably about a 1/4 inch. Just chop away. We're going to be throwing this in a pan. We just rough cut it. Just like that. Then we're going to take the bacon, and put it in a pan. We're going to start cooking it down. Get the bacon in there. You want it to be at about a medium heat. So we're going to cook the bacon till it's about halfway finished. We don't want to cook it all the way because we're going to be adding some onion to it and some barbecue sauce. But we want to get at least halfway cooked because the onion's going to take a lot shorter time to cook than the bacon. Okay, so now we have to cut up our onion. So I take an onion, cut off both ends, peel it. I'm going to cut it in half, and then we're going to julienne the onion, which julienne means to slice into very thin slices. There's one. Woo! Watch your fingers. And 2. Okay, now we're going to add the onion to our bacon mixture. And we're just going to stir the onion, break it all up into the thin pieces. Nice and even spread. Okay, so once we got it in there, give you a little flip in. So we're going to cook the onions down till they turn clear, almost translucent. So now that we got the onions where we want them, they're nice and translucent, the bacon's more than halfway cooked, we're going to add our barbecue sauce. You want to use enough sauce to coat all the bacon and onions. We're going to mix that up together. And then we're going to let the sauce, we're going to let everything reduce down. We want to get as much liquid out as possible. We want it a thicker consistency because we're going to take this mixture and we're going to spread it all over that sausage before we roll it up. And oh yeah, one other thing. We need to add a little more barbecue rub. Just keep that barbecue goodness going. So it's been about 15 minutes and I've let the barbecue sauce reduce down to where it's basically just sticking to the onions and the bacon. And now we're going to let it cool off so that we can spread it on the sausage. Usually I'll make this ahead of time so that by the time I've done the bacon weave and spread the sausage, this is at room temperature and it's ready to go. So we have our bacon, onion, barbecue sauce mixture all cooled down. Now we're going to put it on top of the sausage in a nice thin layer. So just take a scoop and you can take a spoon, whatever works good for you, a fork, some tongs, and you just want to, again, spread it nice and evenly because we are going to be rolling this up, and so you want it to be easy to roll. Also, make sure on either side of the bacon you have enough room that once you roll it up, the ends are going to fold in on. So you want to make sure you have maybe a ½ an inch to an inch on each side so the bacon falls over when we roll it up, and I'll show you how that works. Now this is one of the most fun things, one of the most fun parts about making a bacon explosion. We're actually going to take this awesome bacon sausage, bacon onion barbecue sauce layer that we made, and we are going to roll it up. So just start at one end and put your finger underneath. Try to get up underneath it, and we're just going to start rolling. There we go. Make sure you get all the bacon. And once it gets going, it becomes a little easier. There we go. Look at that. Is that just not awesome? Okay. See how the ends of the bacon fold over? Now you might be asking yourself, well, how do we keep it this way? Well, we actually need to truss this up and tie it off so it cooks evenly and it stays together. Okay, now we're going to truss our bacon explosion so it holds together. So this is how we do it. Take some string, I put it in a cup so that it pulls out really easy. And first we're going to slide it underneath, and we're going to just tie a butcher's knot. So I'm going to take it twice through, tie it nice and snug, then tie it again. Now I take a little more string, I make a loop, and then I'm going to take that loop and I'm going to put it underneath the bacon explosion about an inch, inch and a half, and then from there you just pull it nice. more step before we put it in the smoker. Yes, you guessed it, more rub. So we're going to take the barbecue rub and we are going to coat the outside of the bacon explosion just to get that delicious seasoning on there, brown sugar, all the spices, and we just roll it a quarter and we are going to make this just delicious. I'm so excited. You know, it has been a long time since I've made this, and I found out about the bacon explosion. I was cooking at this restaurant in Crested Butte, and the server came up to me and he handed me a 7-page printout from the internet. And he said, if you like barbecue, if you like bacon, you gotta try this recipe. And I've been making it ever since. Now we are ready to put the bacon explosions in the smoker. I got it up to temp. I'm using some apple and cherry wood today. So here we have our bacon explosions. We're just gonna lay them in the smoker, nice and easy. There we go. 1 and 2. I even had a little leftover sausage and bacon, so I made a bacon hand grenade. So if you're ever in enemy territory, these come in handy big time. You toss one of these at the enemy, no more enemy. It's been 3 hours. Now we're gonna take out the bacon explosions and see what they look like. Oh yeah, look at that smoke still coming out. They look just perfect. Awesome. Nice and firm. They smell amazing. I wish you guys could smell through this video. It is just incredible. And even my hand grenade. Now it's time to serve the bacon explosion. Let's check it out. First thing we're going to do is we got to cut the string off. Let the bacon explosion loose. Pretty simple. Once you get the first clipping off, it comes right apart like so. All right, let's cut through and see what this looks like. Oh yeah, look at that. That is just, look at the spiral in it. Just killer. Here's the part I've been waiting for all day. Oh my God. Amazing. If you love bacon and more bacon and barbecue, you gotta try this recipe. It is awesome. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video and you want to see more, please hit subscribe below. You can also hit the notification button and it will tell you when my next video is out. Thank you so much. I am so grateful.